Okay, thank you very much. As you know, I'm George Aliet, striker number 9 katika Bunge La Mwananchi, but striker upande wa gava. Yeah, now we don't have much today to talk about. Sipokuwa leo vile ningependa kupeana accolades to Kenyans kwa mambo inahusu mambo ya CHAN. The behavior yesterday was just too encouraging, even though it might not be 100% per se. But so far the scorecard, as per me, is just good. Even though equally, we will always encourage Kenyans to up their attitude or behavior, because at one point in time, it is not right to lose money on something that we can avoid. Obvious mistakes are always very expensive. Like if you check, based on the previous report from CHAN committee, Kenya was slapped with a fine based on how the participants, the fans, players number 12 behaved in the match against Congo. But of course, equally, I'll give accolade to the government and by extension to the sitting president. Political goodwill is always very good when it comes to issues nation, because like I think if at all there wasn't that encouragement or promise, Kenyans could have not won against the first match and equally drawn in the previous match. That one gives us progressively to think probably when it comes to the next match against Morocco, we are up to the task. Even though at the end of the day, challenges are always imminent, and when you go to a competition, you have to budget by both sides. You can either go through or you lose. So all having said are just okay in life. Now, 2, I will encourage our government to go above board, even after CHAN, to ensure that sporting activities are funded well, so that we nurture talents and improve on them. That one equally will bridge the gap of unemployment to the young people, because sporting activities are equally employments. Then 2, I would like to be very clear when it comes to national issues. At this point in time, I'm really encouraged by what our PS Raymond Omolo is doing. And at one point, if you want to know what is being done by that ministry through the PS Moso, where I come from, it is quite encouraging. There are things we see there that at one point, if we were seeing them previously, we were only thinking that they can only be done in the Western world. You get good hotels, good infrastructure, Homa Bay is highly built, and any other place. But if you check very well, that one tells you how good to be in a government. And that's why at one point, I really encourage our brothers like Mwalimu Wedi. Mwalimu Wedi has always been telling our people always to avoid being swayed to believe that we are no longer in the government. It was done when we had an arrangement with the previous government of M1, President Moi. Equally, it happened with Kibaki, and at the same time, Uhuru. So this one is also still apparent with some few naysayers saying that we are not in the government. If you walk around Luo Nyanza, things are just perfect. And that's why at one point, I don't know what it means, but if at all it could be viable according to me, I think the ambassadorial role, an emissary of the government in Luo Nyanza, should be given to Mwalimu Wedi. Even though even at this point in time, he's not somebody idle, he's a professional, and he is very busy. He's doing things as well as combating government deliveries in liaison with the PS Omolo. So with that one alone, I think our people will be able to embrace the government 100%. And we move along as a family. That one does not mean our people are not progressing. But I'm just trying to say this because our people always have the opposition mentality. To an extent, if they don't see 100% paradigm shift, they still think we are in the opposition. They even behave as opposition. And so that one requires me to tell them, however much I'm talking from Nairobi, they need to embrace some of these things. My basis of discussion emanates from how some of our guys are talking local radio dialects and the social media platforms. So with that one, I'll always say, kwa lugha ya mama, mtaniwia radhi. Jodalawa, dhera riemba inyiedho gi respect. Japuonj owedi nyiso wa pile. Aparo ni ng'at ma serious gi current affairs ong'eyo gima japuonj owedi nyiso wa. In fact, kapo nono dine wanyalo bedo go wedi 10 iluo Nyanza, jomoko luor ma wacho wach kaka en, aparo no nengo koro wasudo 1,000 miles, because owidi osebedo ka nyiso wa pile pile ni waayure din mar migalo. Wane serikal to nitie ng'ama pod nyisowa ni waonge serikal. Iwinjo? Sani koponi dhi Kisumo, gorofni mane pok obedo iyudo kigero. Sani kidhi along the beaches iyudo ka ring roads igero. Kata sani wayudo agulu mar pesa. To kata kiwe mano, stima iketo nyaka e ute diek. Gigi ok biya, gigi biro nikech kodhi nyidho mantiene. To sama ma timore, nyaka wambe wanyise ishara ni warwako gigi. Emomiyo an koponi ono ni thuolo nyalo bedo. In fact, kata na poni ne wanyalo bedo gi regional spokesman ma government chulo, to do mi mwalimu owede. Nikech kata kiwe mano, kata kidhi Lake Basin kama japuonj ne nitie, iyudo ka ng'ama forthright. To mage gik mwadwaro. An mano aparo ni is good ridden kata ne PS Omolo. Nikech aparo ni they work very well. Ok adwa wacho gima ok an go gadieri. Lakini from kaka neno Omolo deliver gi kaka japuonj wuoyo, they are on the same page. An mane kako nego bedi gik moketimo. Made Nyasaye miyowa thuolo. To depo ni pod wamedo bedo serikal kendo watiyo. Moko wabed jomoko matari osemiyo oyawnwa dhot, to pod wapenjo ni be oyawe adieri. Kwadhi kamano taparo ni we are just good to go. And so, what ngi kako wamako our leaders, that's what mean ni jowa moyier are not leaders. But samoro gigalowa. Iyudo ka ng'ato chamo msach serikal, oringo gi gach serikal, omodho mafut serikal, orwako uniform ma serikal, msara imiye ma serikal, to kobiro ka to nyiso ni onge serikal. Iwinjo? Gima gitemo avoid ni ok gidwa deliver ne jopiny, ok gidwa nopenj gi penjo. Iwinjo? To mage gi kaka iwinjo ko wede wacho, to jomoko wacho no wede pingo serikal. Iwinjo? Kata ka ne ng'iyo issue mar Ong'ondo were, kata ka Ong'ondo ne pok Nyasaye okawo. The only person manochung' mane nyalo kwero gigi ne japuonj owede. Jowa nitie kuna. An mane manomiyo ka the other time na wuoyo, na wacho ni jowa we loko Homa Bay Haiti. Iwinjo? Koro un oganda na, aduoko erokamano nikech jaluo moko dhi skul imanya manye kind ji. Watie uru ga kindwa ma Nyasaye nomiyowa go opportunities matin mane jonyuolwa struggle gi kwerewa, mwatundo kama watunde, mondo wanon tie wach. Kata kopo mana ni kuonde mane igoe mbaka e tie nyidero tinde onge, wanon tie wach mondo wang'e kuma wadhiye. To ma form the basis ka ng'ato wuoyo ma ng'ato nigi pache moparo ni nyalo tero oganda na kamoro, to kwa pingi. Nikech iyudo kata ka japuonj owedi wuoyo, tiyudo ka nitiere joma pingo. Winjo? To gimomiyo gipingo kiduogo ng'eyo, tiyudo ka obwongo gi omoko e gine siasa mar chama. Siasa mar chama ok wawach ni rach, but jak wang'i kaka differentiate gik moko ariyogi. Aduoko ni erokamano nikech I believe ni at one point winja, even though anyalo kwa mos kuom jogo manyalo paro na kiere e wach, nikech samoro karomo mondo advise the whole community. But aparo ni mawachogo yiere uru mabeyo kuom gigo maricho mawacho. Erokamano. Mwisho, wacha nibadilishe. Mwisho, there's this idea of a committee formed that brings people from the two political divides. When I say two political divides who've come to work together, that is the Raila family and the Mheshimiwa President's family. This committee being formed to oversee what can they do to the people who lost lives, those who are maimed, or those who are still sick in the dispensation of this demonstrations. It started a long time before, and that one called for a committee to oversee the general implementation of the NADCO report. I think I'm always very positive on what I say, and I've always told people, for you to progress, let us learn to be positive on almost every aspect. They say you are trusted until you prove that you cannot be trusted. Can we give this thing a chance? And we see. And many a times, you believe me, I've never seen an venture that Raila engages in
that doesn't live to see the light of the day. And so I believe with the opportunity given, with the political goodwill from the divides, we are going to see the progress of that committee. And so we don't literally expect them to deliver 100%. But equally, half a step is better than no step. And that's why I'm saying Kenyans, let them give them moral support and encourage, but equally proceed to point where we don't think we are contented. Having said that, I think we'll be a great nation as we've always been. Thank you.